Yo, what's up, man? Happy New Year to everybody.
New
What's up,
Year.
man?
What up, man? What you saying, dog?
I'm good, man. I'm good. The New Year's here. I could literally say 22 is fucking garbage.
Yes, definitely.
Garbage.
Definitely. Just bullshit.
From
bullshit.
a lot of deaths to bullshit and trouble. And yeah, I think we got too excited when COVID was over and everyone went wild out a little too much.
Just
and,
too quick, too fast.
I'm happy it's wrapped the fuck up. That's all I
Wrap
gotta
it
say.
up. Wrap it up.
Absolutely.
You know?
Bro, on the news, man, this weekend, actually on my birthday, December 29th, Mr. Andrew Tate gets arrested. It's all over the news. And I didn't really know much about Tate until Jones Have Mercy was on the show, tells me to look up this dude. I've seen his face. Once he brought up his name and I looked him up, I was like, oh, yeah, I've seen this guy. He's on a lot of people's reels, you know. A lot of people use him to inspire themselves.
Yeah,
whatever.
push themselves a little
But
far.
for
Yeah.
people that don't know Andrew, like I didn't know him.
Right.
Andrew Tate, he's an American-British, 36 years old. He was a professional kickboxer. Dude, the guy's record was pretty dope. 76 wins, 9 losses. Dude, that's serious. He was, at one point, a champ in 2 weight categories.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
There
If you look him up today, his net worth is about $355 million. Now, guys, net worth, Google, still don't mean shit. We know people that have $0 and their net worth is $7 million. So don't quote us on this. He might be richer. Or he might be poor. I don't know.
Right.
Anyways, he was really known to be a social media influencer. And then social media said, shut the fuck up. You talk too much. Which might happen to me too, but who knows? Anyways. I looked him up, Bam. I looked him up. Because people, I want to know more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, he's a successful guy, decent looking guy. He says some stuff that is pretty realistic and makes people think, and then other things that he actually says is
It's just fucking left field. Just out in left field.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, according to him, he has a website, offers training courses, but really where his main wealth came from was him and his brother started this webcam business, which webcam business was huge at one point. He utilized his potential of what was in front of him, and used his girlfriend and employed about 75 women. So 75 beautiful women because, that's what we want to look at, I guess. Anyways, they give these fake ass stories and moppy stories, and these guys end up giving them a lot of cash.
Dumbasses.
Dumbasses. Yeah. So what happens is he was OnlyFans before OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So they reel these dudes in. They give a lot of cash. The guy makes millions. He even admits himself that it was a total scam. Yes and no, it is. It's sad that we benefit wealth off people that are hurting.
He didn't commit a crime on that.
Technicality, you're absolutely right.
Technically, because if that's the case,
you're right.
Technically,
some people could like it as gross. Some people could be jealous. Some people said, "Fuck, I should have thought of that."
Most companies in the world today are fucking criminals. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah. So to be rich, you probably have to be some sort of criminal. Just touching that line, you know what I mean? Just weaving near that line. So I looked this guy up a little more, right? Because he gets arrested on my birthday. To find out that they tried to arrest him April 11th of 2022.
Okay.
I was like, something similar. Okay. So this year, the influencer Andrew Tate remains in prison for 30 days. He's there for 30 days. They're holding him for 30 days. They arrested him with charges of human trafficking, rape, and a form of organized crime.
Oof. Okay.
So I'm like, fuck, man. You know what I mean? This is a little
serious now. Now we're getting into some serious territory.
It is a little serious territory. You know what I mean? Like human trafficking. What exactly is human trafficking? Do they just kidnap people? Are they taking them from, let's say, Russia and transporting them to?
I don't know. There's the bottom line is the definition. It's all sorts of definitions to it, right? So human trafficking could be anything from holding someone against their will.
And bro, like,
it falls under a lot of banners, right?
Because my reality in the world, right? When I see a guy, he's a kickboxer, a millionaire. I see he's not a terrible looking guy. Weinstein, that guy was an ugly fuck. Did he need to rape a couple women? Probably. He's one ugly guy in power. But this guy, I see this guy, I'm like, he doesn't need to rape. But then I look back because this is my logic in life.
Right.
This is how I see it. But then there's people like Bill Cosby, that was a successful, good-looking black man, fucking the king of comedy at one point, you know, Mr. Huxtable, the dad of the century, and then you find out he did some fucked up shit. So the world, no matter what they give you, the perception of what you think you see,
it's not that. Yes. That's
you know,
right. Always look into it.
I'm gonna put always look into it. I got a clip of Andrew Tate here. Let me play it.
The truth is,
well, let's get it together.
The truth is this. So I knew it was coming. I absolutely not knew it was coming because of how orchestrated it was. The only thing, and I'll state this at the beginning, the only reason I'm upset by being canceled is because I've expired one of my lives. Because first you get canceled, then they make up a reason to put you in jail. And if that fails, they kill you. So now I'm down to my last 2 lives, which is also why while I'm answering this question, I'm still being careful how I'm answering it. I'm not telling you
scary
everything.
Shit.
It's scary because they've given me the warning and I'm still running my mouth.
Yeah.
So that's scary.
Pretty crazy. Okay. Pretty crazy. They think he's mentioned this before that they're going to somehow the breakdown, you know, cut him off, try to charge him. And if that shit don't work,
then
get rid of him.
Cut him off. Cut him out.
When I Wikipedia his name, okay? Because again, I'm here with open mind. I'm here thinking, you know what I mean? I know the government could be crooked. So I'm never pro-government right off the bat. That will never happen. But you got to see both sides of the story. So I Wikipedia his name, and I go through the shit, and I do, you know, I've done more homework on this podcast than I've ever done in my entire life, okay?
Right.
So this thing that I saw was Tate moved from the United Kingdom to Romania in 2017. Claims that 40% of the reason that he moved, okay?
Okay.
Which it's a fucked up thing to even mention. The reason that he moved is believes that Romania is less likely to investigate sexual assault cases.
That's
Threw me right off.
Okay.
Bro.
Yeah. All right.
Threw me right off. Why would that be a quote, an accusation,
that's not
a percentage
pro.
of anything?
That's not a pro. That's how for him it's a pro to do that. Actually, it looks bad. You know what I mean? It looks worse.
I'm allowed to beat my wife in this country, so 40% of the reasons why we moved there, like, you know,
that's nuts.
That quote alone, I was like, because, you know, like, and again, guys, Wikipedia is never gonna be accurate 100%. I'm just telling you
what you're seeing on Wikipedia.
Live on the Mic podcast homework. I got a free little evening. I look up my shit and I look up other stuff, and I'm gonna pull out small.
And this is what you're coming up with. And this is what you're coming up with. Okay.
This is what I'm finding out. So now my mind starts to go, right? It starts to turn, and I'm going. His predictions. If you sell drugs for 30 years and 10 years into it, you say everyone that sells drugs forever is going to end up being dead or in jail. That's probably what's going to happen.
Yes.
So then those types of quote, they said you become a mobster. You know, there's 2 ways out, death or jail. So you're sitting there thinking, is he predicting something to almost shadow what he's actually doing?
I don't know. But, you know, and what he's talking about is happening to all sorts of people, not just him.
Like to shut him up and get rid of him and
A lot of people is being shut down, discredited, so on and so on, right? Because they're running their mouth about some things that they shouldn't be running their mouth about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, in a sense, that little premise of what he's saying got to everybody going, well, okay, hold up. There's something to that, right? Yeah, he might be trying to give us the fucking bamboozle and fucking bullshit, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is he's still saying something that's getting people's attention to the point where they like cancel his ass. You get what I'm saying? Because let's get back to why he was canceled for a second. Like, why was he canceled? What was he saying so bad that they had to cancel him? You know what I mean?
I think he's back on Twitter now with Elon Musk owning it.
You know,
but look at us. We got an episode that's you can probably still catch it on Clash TV. It's probably still on our other streaming platforms like Spotify and Amazon and shit. But there was one on YouTube where me and Bam talked about the Freedom Convoy that happened in the beginning of 2022.
Yes.
And the debate was, I think they should still keep going because it was like 3 weeks in, I think, at that point, right? And you're like, enough is enough. Wrap it up. That was literally the debate. We get an email through YouTube saying that we're giving out false medical
advice.
Guys, don't. Besides putting ice on a bump, do not take any medical advice from us.
We are not the ones for that,
We tell you to heal. So, and I was like, when the hell? And by this point, guys, we've not once said you should be or shouldn't be vaccinated, which was weird.
right.
We never told. We told the people the reasons why we got vaccinated.
That's right. Selfish reasons. We did it for our own
We
selfish
wanted to go
reasons.
to Cuba 1 month sooner than the next guy.
Yep.
We just wanted to get in there with all these headaches and all these fucking things.
We wanted more time at the buffet without being rushed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
And
all.
the more people that weren't vaccinated, the lineups are shorter. So it is a selfish. But that's the thing. So in your point, Bam, what did he say? Well, was there a quote?
It was the move. It wasn't even a quote. It was the movement.
Movement, eh?
It was the movement he was creating. He was creating a certain type of movement that is dangerous for the higher ups. It's a dangerous thing because right now everything is being distorted, twisted, turned around to keep us confused. You know what I mean? Where someone is coming out with a straight and narrow saying, "Look, this is not right. Don't do that." And whoever is saying, "Do this, do that, do this, do that," don't want people to know that's wrong. You get what I'm saying? Because we know shit is wrong. People know what's wrong, right and left, what's good and bad. We know this. We've all been brought up this way from our parents. You know what I mean? So when is it, the hate, and not to hate the school system, but why is it that I'm hearing kids are identifying as cats? And you know what I mean? Now, do not anybody think that's wrong?
Yeah. Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So, for me to go, that's fucking wrong. Don't fucking do it. Don't let your kids, so on and so on and so on, and telling them, oh, I'm the bad guy. They want to cancel me now.
I know. I get that. Because it's funny you brought that up. I know it's a little bit out of the way from Andrew Tate, but we were having a few drinks with a few friends, and I think we had the gay pride parade, and the one kid texts his friend saying, "Hey, how come you're not here?" And then the kid's friend asked the dad, that's our friend, goes, "Why am I not there?" And he was just like, I want him to be a kid. This isn't a thought for him. I want him to play. You know what I mean? Enjoy his friends outside. Like, this is what age he's at. Not who's he like or boys or girls. And the girl that we were with was disagreeing with him. No, you're wrong, blah, 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 that's not. And he goes, yeah, but at the age, that's age 6, 7, you still don't fucking know. You know what I mean? You probably haven't even got your first heart on at this point, right?
Now, you see how this is, now I'm going to point something out to you about what I mean by the bamboozle and the fucking distraction. Yeah. We're sitting here having a conversation about a kid and what a kid should and shouldn't do.
That's right.
Or should know and shouldn't know. This has nothing to do with the kid because the bottom line is this. That's my child.
Facts.
You raise your child the way you see fit. No one else, you understand, has any authority to tell a parent what to do with their kid. Simple and plain.
The way I ended this conversation was, well, when I was about that age, I wanted to become a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
Now, should my parents try to turn me into one?
No.
Yeah. When I was 19, I wanted a Superman tattoo. Am I really happy I didn't get that motherfucking thing? Yeah. Just to give you some advice, and I was probably 18 then, just to tell you as a human being.
But the thing is this, if the option is there, no problem. If people want to put options out there for people, that's fine. I got no problem with that. You know what I mean? But like I said, don't criticize a parent for telling their kid no. You understand?
Yeah.
That's not what I want for you. And at that time, because here's the thing, if that kid, let's make it dark. Let's go dark with it. Okay, we're gonna go dark with it. Fuck it. You had a child, you raised this child. This child turns out to be a mass fucking murderer. Okay? You're responsible. The parents are responsible. They get the fucking blame for how this kid was raised, how this kid was. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This falls on the parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When something bad happens, you know what I mean? When something good happened, they're okay parents. But now when they try to guide their kids the proper way, now they're the fucking demon parent. You see what I'm saying? The hypocrisy. It's out of they're bad fucking parents because the kid went bad or rogue, or they're great fucking parents because the kid is a fucking superstar at something, and then they're fucking terrible people because they don't want their kids to participate in things that they do not feel that their kids should be participating in at this time in their life, because they in charge of this kid until this kid becomes at an age where they can make this decision
Their own
themselves.
decisions. That's right.
You understand?
When I whooped someone in junior high, they called my parents in. Mm-hmm. And I was 13.
There you go.
It's still a responsibility. Mm-hmm. They got looked at. You're right.
So for us to be sitting here saying, well, that kid should be da-da-da. No. It's not about the kid at all. Mm-hmm. You understand? The kid has no bearings on this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If someone put that option out there, and we're arguing about the option that what the kid should have. No, we don't. We got no say so over that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't go to this guy's parent and go, hey, your kid's going to be gay today because I say.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Come on.
And for anyone that doesn't know Bamboo, where did you work for fucking 12 years?
I worked at a gay bar.
Just to throw it out there, just to let people know.
And I'm not saying they're bad people because they're great fucking people.
No, you never did. You never have. This is why I brought it up.
They're great people. And to be honest with you, the situation that's going on, I don't see none of them being that type of person to be like, well, you should do with your kid. No. Right. No.
That comes from straight people, by the way.
You know what I mean? They do their thing. They figure it out when they get to figure it out.
I made a joke once, Bam. I made a joke once, and people didn't find it funny because I think I made people think.
What?
I was like, what if you were walking down the street and you see a little kid and he's walking in the middle and a car's about to hit him? Do you save him?
Yes.
And I said, what if you just save little Hitler?
Doesn't matter.
I was just joking. People that had kids looked at me like I wouldn't. Of course I would save them. Of course I would. But I was just saying, like, sometimes you don't know the actions of what's going to be, crossed around the universe,
True.
Ted Bundy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I said, it's not Ted Bundy turned out that way because his parents raised him that way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm infatuated with serial killers. Because I don't understand something. You don't understand. Like, you and my dad love UFO stuff, right? My dad's a big, but he doesn't understand that. He's always looking because he loves that shit. Me, it's serial killers. I'm like, what makes a human being that way? That's me. I love.
And there you go. Everybody have an infatuation with something. You know what I mean? So when some people go too deep into it and get fucked up and lost in it. True. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, everybody has their own personality. They have their own thing, and they're going to get there when they get there.
So do you think later on, so now, we're 2023,
23 people.
Can't fucking believe that already. That's
yeah.
insane. I remember being at the Y2K New Year's Eve party 23 years ago. Like, what the fuck?
Talking about shit going to shut down. We got to get 12 beers over here. You know what I mean? So when everything shut down.
Life just got shittier. But anyways, Ben, the strong arm that they have on people, which would be social platforms and YouTubes. Do you think that now the squeeze is going to be on tighter than usual?
The squeeze is always going to be on because someone's always figuring out how to play the game. The games keep changing. That's the thing. The game keeps changing, but the rules stay the same.
So the freedom of speech is...
It's a lie.
It's blurred. It's bull.
It's a lie. The freedom of speech,
I agree.
It's a lie.
No, I agree. That's where I was going with this. The freedom of speech. So Andrew Tate, freedom of speech is not... I found it was freedom of speech in the 80s because the only person that could listen to you is you and your fucking drunk neighbors because it doesn't really go anywhere, right? Like freedom of speech is this over here. And then you might hear a rumor from over there. But now freedom of speech with the internet access, the fact that we can reach our friend from Russia, Andre, and then, Uber from fucking Germany. Like we can actually message them right now within seconds. They can
Sauce
get it.
in Australia. We can make.
We can go worldwide with whatever we want. This podcast, anything I want to say, a rumor I heard, whatever I witnessed.
So let's look at the game again, okay? The Black Panther Party. Just not it's not a racial thing or nothing like that. I'm not trying to bring it up. I'm just using them as an example.
Okay.
The Black Panther Party was a movement. You understand? Without social media, they got a bunch of people together and they created something. You get what I'm saying? What happened? They shut it down.
Yep.
You understand what I'm
sure
saying?
about that,
So the new social media right now is the freedom of the movement. Andrew Tate saying something that's causing a movement.
Regardless if you agree or disagree, it's a movement. You're right.
It's a movement. Shut him down. So like I said, the game has changed, but the rules stay the same. This is getting too big. Shut it down. This is getting too big. Shut it down. That rule is always staying in place. You get what I'm saying? So people got to figure that out and think about that. Once we start this movement, they're going to want to shut us down. How do we stop them from shutting us down?
We need to get some fucking smart friends to reinvent the new internet.
You know? So, that's the same thing with crypto. It became a movement.
Is it true that
figured
the I don't know, I heard this. I should look into that. That the creator of crypto is missing.
Supposedly.
Yeah. It's
Supposedly.
like, oh shit, you think you're gonna bypass us? See you later.
So
Yeah,
what
you're
they
very
did with, so like they did, they started the crypto thing, started the movement. Now let's look at the government in all the countries. What can they do to shut this down?
Or reap the fucking benefits from it.
But see, they can never reap the benefits because they wasn't the one who created
I
it.
know, but you can reap the benefits because you still can't buy anything. So if they just said, "Cool, you're gonna buy it with your Bitcoin," and then charge everything twice as much, your Bitcoin isn't really worth anything.
In one aspect, but now,
But you know what I mean? There is
there
that
is a way
line. Yeah, of course.
in that sense, or they can just go create their own crypto
And
and have every
demolish
country
them.
around the world and go,
Yeah, of
we
course.
only accepting this, and what you got in your wallet over there ain't worth shit.
It's phony baloney. Yeah, I know,
You
I
see what
get
I'm
that.
saying? So,
Yeah.
like I said, the crypto thing don't scare them too much, but they're worried about it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why they're worried about it is because, shady people get to use it. You know what I mean? You know it, and I know it. Shady people get to use it.
Now, from my understanding is they now want to tax the profit you made off crypto.
There you go. Another way of trying to
Of course.
shut you down a little bit, right?
Folks, I want you guys to realize the amount of money you pay in taxes, and I mean from your paycheck, which if you guys, there's no human being that's ever opened a pay stub and didn't say, what the fuck? There isn't.
People don't understand how much they truly, truly get taxed.
Then find out that every store you go to, you pay taxes.
That's right.
Your fuel, your liquor. You ever buy beer, guys? Always be scared of when you go to a store, which would be beer, LCBO, or the gas station, that those are the only price that are actually set. Everything's already been inputted as a price. What you see is what you pay, because they don't want you to really, really look into the breakdown of what you're actually paying, because you would scream at the cashier every day. Look at that. Why is it when you go to the beer store, the case is $40? It's $40. It's not $40 plus tax. They put all the tax in and they go, it's $40, because they don't really want you to really see the breakdown. Fuel's the same way. If it's $1.40 a liter, you're probably paying 90 cents in taxes. And they have these little charts that you don't really pay attention. But if you really looked at what you were paying on top of what you already took off your check, and then you paid every day, you really find out, with all the interest you paid in your house, your car, find out what money is actually yours.
Well, that's the point. You're being taxed on your money. You're being taxed when you go shopping. You're being taxed on the loan that you got from the bank to fucking get your house. End of the year, you're still paying taxes for the house. And if you own the land, you're paying taxes for the land that
And
your
if you
house is
work
on.
too goddamn hard and put too much overtime, you're
And
going
you
to
get taxed even more.
Yeah,
you know?
so welcome to planet Earth, where you just don't go up, you only go down.
And it's not, and that goes for every country, not one country.
No.
Every country is doing the same
What's
model.
your prediction on Andrew Tate, bro?
Oh,
Even though you just know a little bit about him, but you know enough that he's made a movement, you know enough that he's been arrested twice in 1 year, even though if he's not going to be convicted or not.
He's probably not going to be convicted, but he made a movement to the point where he's smart enough to point out that he know they're coming for him. So he might make a little switch and change up and step back for a minute, because all it takes is someone else to pick up the mantle. You get what I'm saying? And there's been quite a few guys stepping up to pick up that mantle. So now instead of gotten one Andrew Tate, they got 10 Andrew
You're
Tates.
right.
You get what I'm saying? So
there's even some women version of Andrew Tate out there, bro.
actually, yeah, there's some women out there, and they're getting a major hate on from other women, some men, and so on. And it's weird, because it's like, when I hear the women versions of Andrew Tate, it's coming from a woman's perspective, not
Yes.
from our perspective. You know what I mean? So it makes me go, I never thought about it like that. You know
Who
what I
do you
mean?
blame?
For
We're gonna be mean here.
who do you blame for what?
The attitude of the young ladies today. Who do you blame? You can name more than one if you want. But who do you blame? Why they only want sugar daddies and they only want guys with $120,000 jobs? And dude, we've met some young ladies, promoting the podcast where fuck man, their dad needs to give them a spanking. You know what I mean? Like, who do you think you're talking? Like, where does this attitude? Like, who's to blame?
We are men. I hate to say it. I really do, because I do see. You got to remember, man. For centuries, they've been living a certain way. For centuries.
So you're
the
gonna
woman
blame
stayed
men.
home.
You're not gonna blame. I'm
I'm just
You're
looking
not
at
gonna
it
blame
in
the
general.
Kardashians.
No. I'm blaming it as a whole. You know what I mean?
You're not gonna
'Cause-
blame Cardi B, Nicki,
No, because
Megan.
they part of the problem.
They're
Yes.
a huge part of the problem.
Major part of the problem, but they didn't cause the problem. You understand? That's
okay.
my point. I'm going back to the cause of the problem.
Okay.
You see
The
what I'm
little
saying?
roots.
They wouldn't exist if the world wasn't a certain way 3 or 4 centuries ago. You got what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
it was they was dealing with all sorts of crazy stuff, right? You know what I mean? I mean, come on, the whole premise of fucking marriage was a fucking transaction, bro. It was, you can marry my daughter for 2 goats and we'll get better status in life.
I think
when
it's still
we're-
like that in some countries. I think.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, come on, So they are, they had the right movement in the beginning, but somehow, some way, it got fucking distorted. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and when it got
Distorted. Oh, that's an
it got distorted, and now that it's distorted, this is where the female versions of Andrew Tate come in, because they're pointing out the distortion. This is fucking way left field, people.
Yeah.
So on and so on. Because. It's weird. It's just weird. You can't
I'm
break
not
it
a
down.
big fan of social media, right? Like
Right.
when I look, I think there's a lot of bozo videos out there, and I'm using the word bozo very lightly. So you guys could just imagine the actual words that are coming through my mind when I use the word bozo.
Fucking
So,
assholes. I
That's
said
a
it.
lot of words. So the bozos are on there. But there was this one dude, he asked a girl, he goes, what right do men have that women don't? And this bozo woman was like, she repeats the question to herself to really comprehend what he was asking.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, none. He goes, what do you women feminists fight for then? And she was like, good point. Like, go throw yourself off a bridge. You just want to fight.
Some do.
You know what I mean? And I'm cool with that. Start an
Some
argument.
do. Some do. Some
But
want to fight
remember
the
what
fight.
you're fighting for when you're really not fighting for anything. It makes kind of no sense,
Right.
So I've had women bosses. They don't get paid the same as men. Well, there was people I worked for that I did more heavy lifting, and she was in a higher position that got made more money than me. Didn't hate on that. Go
right.
get it. You go get it. Go get it. I'll try to steal your job just like I try to steal his. I don't give a fuck.
Simple.
But
Right.
yeah, No, it was an interesting thing. But you're right. The Andrew Tate movement and the women, and they get hated on more than Andrew does, because the women want this woman on their side.
Yes.
And she's trying to bring it up the perspective. Now, you guys can believe on whatever you want. Every girl and every man has every right to believe if they're right. Because who the fuck is it? Or is right or wrong?
And Andrew's not right about every fucking thing he's saying. I do not agree with everything he says.
A
You know what I
lot
mean?
of things I don't agree with what
You know?
he says. A lot of things. I'm more on the tip of when he makes people realize how to invest money, or the government's going, certain ways, or you know what I mean? Like, there's financial stuff, because the guy is a self-made millionaire. So I'd like the personal advice from, on a business tip is good with Andrew. But then when he gets too deep in these relations, everyone's
Well, see,
emotionally
and-
fucking different.
And that's where the movement comes in. You understand what I'm saying? Because people are taking his particular movement, because when he talks to you, he's telling you, Joe, listen, what the fuck do you believe in? Where is your fucking bottom line? You know what I mean? First things first, before you can do anything else with anybody, figure out your bottom line, bro. You know what I mean? Because once you figure out your bottom line, then you can do something. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's his movement. And most men who's smart, intelligent, understands this. But the way he says it, it catches everybody else's attention because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when he makes his point, he always got a woman involved or mentioning a girl or the relationship scenario, and this is what gets people heated. You see what I'm saying? He could phrase it a little better
That's
without
right.
women. You know what I mean? And he would still be able to get his point across.
No,
you know?
I totally get that, man.
So,
So talking about bamboozling shit and governments leads right up to the next thing I wanted to bring up to you, Ben.
what?
So in hockey, there's a
Okay.
dude. I know you're not a hockey fan.
No,
and I try
not
not. We try
sports.
not to be a sports podcast, guys.
Right.
We don't. There's tons of great ones out there. Please, go ahead and find them. There's great hockey ones. That is not us. But when there's a story behind sports athletes, I'm more than happy to bring it up. There's a guy named Alex Ovechkin. Okay, this dude,
Ovechkin.
he's a Russian-born player. This guy's a fucking machine. He scores a ton. And Wayne Gretzky, our Canadian hero hockey player, has a record. All right, let me just pop this up. Right, I got a quick. Okay, so Wayne Gretzky's been retired for a while. He played 1,487 games and ended up with 894 goals. Believe it or not, the goals, trust me, that's number one. No one's come close so far until Ovechkin's around. But this guy has like over 2,000 points. He's going to be considered the greatest no matter what. But Ovechkin over here is a scoring machine. He as today, guys, he could have played later on tonight. He could play tomorrow. But today, he has 1,313 games played. And as of right now, he has 806 goals. He's an active player. He's on pace to beating Wayne Gretzky. He's on pace.
You can see, I see it. Yeah,
That's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like to say that like an athlete can do that, because there's certain stats you look in light. Like LeBron James is gonna beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in all-time points. There's things you're just it's magical to watch.
Yes.
So I'm watching this and everyone's talking about it, and then this fucking news clipping pops up. Okay, a news clipping. So they mentioned that, and this is not quoted, but they said that Ovechkin is a supporter of Russian President Vladimir Putin on the unjust war against Ukraine. If it is or it isn't, it's fucked up, okay? But the thing is, you put yourself in Ovechkin's shoes. Does he, and he probably wants to go back and live in Russia, should he say, I disagree with this psychopath, and then go back home? He's kind of set up a little bit, but regardless, I've never technically heard this. Someone said that this was said. I'm surprised that he said that without it being blown up bigger than it was. So this is still not even 100% fact that he said this.
Right.
But the Ukraine Canadian Congress has made it official to appeal to the Canadian government to have Ovechkin banned from coming into Canada, bro. They asked him to deny entry before, because he's going to play the Toronto Maple Leafs next month. They said, don't not let him in. Now,
Interesting.
okay, but bam. What's deeper into that is he has two Russian players on his own team that don't get mentioned. You might as well say, don't send them all. He doesn't get mentioned. Now there's
So they only targeting the one guy.
Supposedly he said it, but I'm telling you, if Ovechkin would have said, I support him, in the United States, in the NHL hockey, which is even bigger in Canada, you don't think this would have been bigger news?
Yep.
This would have blown up the fucking the
Well,
news station.
I think it would have went against the moral clause they has as on their contract. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Most likely, dude. There's
Right? He could have lost his contract.
You can do a lot less in sports, and they'll let you go. They'll buy you out until you go on your way, and no team will ever sign you again. So when I read that he made these claims, okay, even if he did to his buddy, or he did it because he's like, fuck, dude, I gotta go back home. I'm Russian. I'm Russian first. You know what I mean? And maybe he understands Putin's bullshit of this invasion, maybe better than us. Because you guys have to understand, propaganda is media. Media gives you what they want us to see and hear and believe. And there's like everything on this show. This whole fucking show is propaganda, by the way.
There you go.
because we're getting information from what we have access to.
And we bringing it to you the way we think we should bring it.
Now, that's why me and Bam sit down. We try to break up both points. We try to see both sides of the view. This is what we do, and I want you guys to comment, agree, disagree, maybe tell us your own point.
Yeah.
We try to break.
Tell us to fuck off, whatever. It's all good.
I do
we
not
respect
go on
all
this
the points.
podcast and read all these quotes and say these are 100% factual. I found them on Google.
No.
Facts taken. You know what I mean? So I look over and I see this guy. He's a great guy. He seems like a great guy. He's great with the community in Washington. He's probably one of the most liked hockey players. He works really hard.
All right.
For me to, even if he felt that deep down inside that, yes, they should, invade Ukraine, I still don't even think he's smart enough, dumb enough, I should say, to mention it to anyone.
Right.
So that's one. But then you break down that he's going to be catching up to Wayne Gretzky's Canadian legend record. I'm like, is the government this pathetic?
I don't know. It's.
Do you want a Russian to destroy a
little,
Canadian record? Like, I'm not saying me. I love watching records being broken.
And the funny thing about it is, all they doing is prolonging it. That's all they doing. Because if he doesn't come to Canada and play, he's still going to end up playing in the States and still end up shattering that fucking record anyways.
No. Because you got to look at, there's probably 5 or 6 hockey teams in Canada. I should have had that research, and sorry for you, my fellow Canadians. I don't know the exact amount of team there is, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 6, 6 or 7. Okay, so if you play 2 or 3 games against them, dude, that's a portion of a season. Now you got to look at every year that he plays without being injured. So what if he doesn't play in Canada and then he plays one more game in the States and then he blew out his knee? Like those possibilities are
those possibilities are there, but
dude, sports
I was thinking hopeful. You know what I mean? He keeps playing for another 4 years, 5 years.
Fucking fantastic.
And get another 100 and something games
because
under
he's
his belt.
35 every year.
And 35. So if he goes to 40, 45 and plays another 100 games, he can fucking break that record.
No. The possibilities are there. They're not going to be there. But now you're looking at games, and you're looking at how many games could he play? Is he going to slow down? Even if he gets an injury and doesn't play for a bit and comes back, are you going to be the same player? Every time you get older, because it's hard. Dude, think about you at your age. The motivation is different.
The motivation is different, but
what do you think sports athletes at the age of 35?
Your motivation is different, but your attack is smarter. You see what I'm saying? Your attack to the problem is smarter. So, okay, he might not be the fastest dude. You get what I'm saying?
I get
but
it.
You might be able to set himself up to make these scores, to make these goals. You get what I'm saying? To get where he's going.
No, I'm not diminishing that he could.
But then again, like I said, I don't watch hockey, and I find it's a very contact sport. So somebody can knock him on his ass and done. You know what I mean?
1 goal short, and he missed out. They won't let him in ever again, and he missed out on 60 games in Canada.
Oof, fuck.
Knowing he could have probably scored a couple in Canada, just to give you that example.
But okay, so now if they won't let him in Canada play the games, right? So do you not know what that's going to start? You know what I mean? Oh, we're not going to let him in from this team, so on and so on and so on.
Yeah.
The repercussions behind that?
There has to be.
It's going to be major because now the whole NHL is going to go, you can't do that.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
Imagine you being the owner, the GM of the Washington Capitals, and that's your boy.
You're going to lose your shit. You're going to lose your shit.
My top scorer isn't allowed in your country that we have combined the sport.
Oh, you see what I'm saying? You see the repercussions now?
I get it. I think it's fucking ludicrous.
Yeah, it's a major problem because now, let's just say it got so bad that they split the fucking the NHL in half.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They split the league in half. Okay, the Canadians stay up there, Americans are staying down here. Most of your Canadians are going to leave and go to fucking the States because they want that money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you do not shoot yourself in the fucking foot. You know what I mean?
I hope to God this doesn't happen. This is the stupidest thing. For me, you have to break it down. You ban Ovechkin, you got to ban every Russian player. And even that's stupid.
Yep.
I'm not even saying that's the proper move. I'm just saying you can't pick one Russian player because, and it sucks. It sucks because even if he did say that, the
He's
fact
an
that
idiot
he's about
if he
to,
did. I'll say it. He's a fucking idiot if he fucking said it.
But the fact that he is going to break a Canadian Legends record just looks bad on Canada now. It's like, fuck that shit. We ain't letting him up here. What's next? A Tanga Harding incident?
So it asks you, what's the hidden agenda here? Is it we don't want him to break the record, or
That's what it kind of looks like.
see,
We're kind of petty. Humans are petty.
people, it raises a lot of questions. And like I said, I'm not a sports guy. All you sport people, please comment. I need to read these. I want to know what y'all think, man.
I just want to know what's really like. I just deep down, that's my gut feeling. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You just because, bam, when did this Ukraine war has been around for a little bit, a lot longer than we all expected.
Oh, way longer.
And then this news of not letting him in is surfacing now. Why wasn't it when it was in the beginning?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm trying to say here? It's now like, oh, he's at 806. Oh shit. Oh shit.
If he was at 702, we don't care.
That's what I'm just saying.
He's at 806, people. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Math. He played 100 games less than him, and they start doing crunching some numbers. Like, oh shit, this isn't looking good.
He come up here and if he come up here and score on every fucking team 2 times, and he go back home, that's it. The record's done. You know what I mean? So,
but did you know, like back in the day, hockey, like there was, I think it was the Maurice Richard, like movie documentary, and he would score like a maniac. This dude is phenomenal, right? But when you look at the stats, he was always like 5th or 6th. He's like, well, what's going on? These guys are better than me. Holy shit. So they sent someone to go watch a game somewhere else. And these guys weren't scoring points. But they just didn't want the French Canadian to lead the league.
oh wow.
Because there was no television and shit back then, right? It's like, fuck it. Put a 5-year. Who gives a shit?
Wow, they was a sneaky shit, you see?
Some people, they just
back to the system. Back to the system. The game changed, but the fucking rules stay the same.
Humans will be humans, folks.
Shut them down.
Humans will be humans. So that wasn't interesting. You're not even battling others. You're battling the whole system. It's crazy. Crazy. Ovechkin, man, I hope you break that record. Records are meant to be broken.
Yep.
Love it.
Well, you need to set a new bar. You know what I mean? So we can watch someone else do
Everyone, it's an evolution. It's an evolution. Everyone gets bigger, stronger, faster, smarter, study better, train harder. Proper training, dude. Back in the 70s, there was guys smoking cigarettes in their in between periods, like something that you would do. You know what I mean? And drinking and taking a shot. And now there's a guy on a fucking bike, during just to keep that heart rate at a certain level to get back and keep warm. Like the science and people's genetics it's expand. It's great. So you're right. Break that record. Set that other goal for the youngin' that's coming up, right?
That's right. Give him something to be in this league for. I'm gonna try to fucking beat that goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like LeBron James spends over $1 million a year on his body. So he has that frozen chamber. You know what I mean? Fucking nutritionists. You know what I mean? The training regimen. The guy's like 38 years old. He scored 40-some points a couple days ago. That doesn't even make sense at that age in basketball. His knee should be kaput from jumping so many times.
Kaput.
But dude, the dude said, you know what? I'm going to invest in me.
Yeah.
And what does he make? He makes $40 million a year now.
Invested
What's
in himself.
$1 million then? If you're going to make that much more, he could have been retired years ago if he didn't take care of himself.
Right.
And now he's on pace of breaking a record.
There you go.
Shows a drive there. I like that. Shows an investment. Do your thing. I like that.
Word.
But you know what? Yeah, we need to see that to be broken. Bam, bam.
What up?
It's that time, bro.
Oh, what time would that be?
Assassination by DJ Duss.
Oh shit!
Bam,
Here we
bam.
go.
I
Here
got
we
3
go.
today. I got 3
You got 3?
assassinations.
What you got?
3.
What you got, kid?
I had to try and wrap up what really bothered me throughout the 2022.
2022.
And it
What's
was,
good?
I had a list.
Okay.
I could have made a whole podcast. Could have made
Just on it.
a episode 40.5.
You know what? You know what? This is what we're gonna do. 2023. We're gonna do the last podcast as DJ Duss Assassination for 2023. So
I gotta
everything
write my notes down.
for the fucking whole fucking year, just one episode. You going in on every
Everything.
fucking thing
But
that bugs you.
I got
Yeah.
3 things, man. And
All right, what you got?
I'm gonna pick up. So the first one is something that affected me lately, and it's these goddamn airlines here.
This motherfucker.
You know, anyone that's been following our podcast knows I went at fucking Air Canada. They found out sometime last month with Swoop, I was supposed to go down and see Bam.
Mm-hmm.
You know, book my fucking ticket. What do these bozos do? Cancel my shit. Cancel my shit. You had a friend that got canceled. I got a friend that took 3 days to get back home from Ottawa to Edmonton. You turn on the news. There's luggage everywhere, and people are stranded in Cancun, yelling "fuck Sunwing." You got you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck do you guys think you are, taking all our money and treating us like dog shit?
Yes. Where's the fucking accountability? You know what I mean? Where's the accountability? Huh?
Like you, if I canceled on you without insurance, that cost me more money. So you're still up when I cancel.
Yeah.
Take my money. But when you take my money right away and then you just cancel, be like, no, here's your money. Fuck your problems. They have no idea what my trip was for. Could have been personal. Could have been a funeral. Could have been what I needed for my mental health. They just cancel trips like it don't fucking matter.
And think it's okay just to give you back your money. I bet you if they put something in the fucking law where it's saying if you cancel my fucking trip, you got to pay me. It doesn't fucking matter where I'm going. You know what I mean? You got to give me $50. It's gonna fucking
back.
It's gonna hit their pockets, and they're gonna be like, somebody's gonna fly these fucking planes.
Tell me, Bam. You run. We'll pick on Sunwing today. You run Sunwing, and you're gonna load the passengers onto the plane, right? And then you ship them down south, and they get there, and some Momo down there didn't load up their bags. Who gave the green light
for this plane to leave?
Just to say, fuck it, send them anyways.
They did that shit. That's fucked up, bro.
That's what. So there is a human being out there that actually said, "Fuck it, send them."
Somebody made
and they
that
go
decision.
there and they're like, there's people in Cancun in the airport been sleeping there for 3 fucking days. Damn. I heard some dude that showed up here in Ottawa they said your bags will be here in 24 to 48 hours. He was back at the airport on the 28th to go home and he still never got his bags.
Damn. Shit, his shit's sitting somewhere in Colorado or something.
They're sitting in someone's under Christmas tree, man. I'm telling you. Things got wrapped up. Your shit got jacked by airlines. Guys, this is fucking ridiculous. Something needs to be implemented. They need to take, like you were saying, accountability for their bullshit.
Yes.
Don't take people's cash. Dude, if you and I were going somewhere down south and I had to wait 2-3 days at a fucking airport, the resort's not going to give it back to me.
No.
So then I lost 2-3 days. Then you get there and there's no bags. Dude, this is how people should get arrested. This is where should people get some slaps in the face. This is fucking ridiculous. That was one of my number one things. Air Canada can go to hell. I'll never fly with you guys again. I'd rather drive my bike across Canada than get on Air Canada. Anyways, on to the next thing, man. This big thing, it's a sad moment, man. It's the Ukraine invasion by Russia. It's on the news, and I don't want to dog anything because I have to take accountability of what I'm seeing, and there hasn't been an aspect of this invasion that makes any sense to me, besides greed.
Okay, break it down.
Besides, when you break down Ukraine, supposedly there are a lot of minerals, and we've talked about this on the podcast. Minerals is going to be the new oil.
Pretty much.
Iraq and Iran and those guys are going to be bored because they're going to be like, oh shit, we got no one else to shoot because no one gives a shit about this black goo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now you're going to see Ukraine, and then you're going to see Africa's going to be next. They're going to get fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
This is a sad, greedy world. And Putin knows that and he doesn't want NATO to be setting guns straight at them. So he's doing his greedy thought. But what I don't understand, Bam Bam, is humans today, 2023, today, me and you are going to be leaders. You got to have no fucking heart to be a leader. You cannot send men and women out to war with guns to shoot other strangers that they could be amazing friends with. We'll never know. People's kids are out there killing each other because of your ego.
That's been the way it was for
Where
centuries.
the fuck are the military humans? I understand sometimes people hit the military because you got nothing else going or you didn't have any direction. And I'm not saying they're all like that. I know that. But guys, aiming a gun at another human being isn't it? Isn't it?
You got military families. You got they got legacies and stuff.
Bro, you
and
wanna
it's
be a
not the
leader?
military. It's not the military. It's like you said. It's the person that's in charge of making.
But there
these
shouldn't be
decisions.
any military. But the reason why there's military because of the psycho leaders. That's where it all ends up being.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So the person that's in charge,
The
going,
leaders of
hey,
the
you
country
go there.
should learn MMA, and Trump fights fucking Putin and this fucking. And if you don't like it, then you shut the fuck up.
It's not like the good old days where the leader is in the front going to war
Yes,
with you.
yes, yes.
You understand?
Some
This
gladiator
motherfucker's
shit.
this motherfucker on the beach somewhere sending you to go to fucking war. This is some
That's
bullshit.
right.
You know what
That's
I
right.
mean?
Now,
Nah.
another thing that I've witnessed over, and it leaks into other movements, and it still is a part of this Ukraine getting invaded. It's these flags in the windows, and it says, "We stand with Ukraine." And I'm not saying that they don't have a heart for them. I'm not saying that they haven't done anything. But if you put a flag, if you're one of those people that just put a flag and turned on your TV and watched the Kardashians or American Idol, and you think that that flag clears all your sins of a great human being, no. It bugs the shit out of me. I saw with the Black Lives Matter when they blacked out their profile picture. When you do the absolute bare minimum as a human being to almost sideswipe or sidestep a movement to be like, I'm good, I did this. I'm sorry, folks. 2023, step the hell up, man.
There you go. Get out
Step
in the
up.
street. Get out. Go out. Do something.
You know what I mean? Find a way. You really stand with Ukraine. You go find out where you can donate or money or food or whatever the case may be.
How about you just go get a gun and go help?
That's standing with. Because if you're my boy and you're like, I stand and roll with you, and all you do is sit at your house and I'm getting my ass beat every day, I don't think you stand with me very well.
There you go.
I'd be like, shut up. People, stand up, stand with, man. Do something. These flags, these blackouts, whatever movement you're a part of, be a part or don't bother. Don't act. Act. I hate the act. I hate it. That's another. Now the third thing,
What's that?
and it's a different type of movement, and it's Lizzo's a great singer, bro. We've talked about that. Her range
good.
from
good.
it's very well. She has a couple great hit singles. One was
You
on the
know,
radio.
I was skeptical in the beginning. I didn't know how much she was because whenever someone they come out new, I'm always hesitant to get in their flowers and shit like that, right?
After one hit too, because
you know what I mean. And then she started coming with a couple other joints, and I was like, holy fuck, okay, that girl's bad, right? So
my problem is, what
That's
the
your
fuck you
problem.
wearing, Lizzo? If I paid money to watch you perform, and I see this fucking outfit on stage while you're performing these amazing songs, I'm not very impressed.
okay,
You look like shit. I'm sorry that no one else around her's told her this. I don't care that you don't care. But you do need to remember, when you need people to fucking buy your concert tickets and download your fucking music, you do need to kind of give a fuck. This is disgusting. If a fucking man looked like that on stage, he would get annihilated. If I wear a thong on stage, and I actually am thinner than Lizzo, by the way, I would get demolished. Women would be like, what is he doing? Guys would be, get the fuck. But because she doesn't and gets away with it, because we're not supposed to touch the subject. Yeah, I touched it.
All
It's
right.
gross.
You touched it, huh? All
It's
right.
gross. Stop looking like that. I don't like it. No one else does. No one goes, holy fuck, Lizzo looks fucking great. No. I'm sorry, it's not sexy. There's some big women out there that still knew how to dress nice and look like you wanted to fuck them. Lizzo makes me want to throw up in my mouth. Not good, bro. Not a good look. Whoever your PR people are, fire. You're fired.
Oh wow.
Now, I don't like it, man. It's not a good thing, man.
I dig it. I hear you, brother. I hear
Because you know what the problem is with the world today? The world today is the number one cause of death, again, fake facts, is obesity. Okay, if it's not number one, it's in the top 5.
They say it. They say it there.
Okay, it's
isn't it?
obesity. Why would someone give her a slim fast? Like, do something. Like, you're proud of that?
He said, "Give us a little bit."
You're proud of that, Lizzo?
Hey,
No.
if she's a big girl, she's proud of it. That's her. That's her. You know, I don't discriminate against nothing. You know what I mean? And my thing is, it just I've been I've been part of the music industry, watching music, being, you know what I mean, in the coach in this music so long that I've watched the changes over the years. You know what I mean? And you know, everything changed with Little Kim, and a lot of people won't see it. But if you think about it, it has. It changed from that point. Because before Little Kim, if you think before Little Kim, all the female rappers before Little Kim, they was not dressed like that. And and that's not to say that it was the case, but they had bigger women, they had small women. It was more of a tomboy look for female rappers in the business and stuff like that. It was more of a tomboy look, you know, pretty baggy jeans, baggy shirts, and they do anything. You get what I'm saying? Then Lil Kim came out, flipped the script a little bit, and then it just started a crazy fucking movement that everybody's doing.
Would Kim wear that if her name was Big Kim?
I see. That's something that we don't know because
I know. I know. I know.
Little Kim, with her personality as she is, she probably would. If she was a big girl, she probably would have did it. You know what I mean? She probably would have did it.
Vagina, and Big Kim was telling it on stage. If Lizzo rapped about that, tell me you ain't gonna be.
What the fuck? You crazy, bro. But like I said, with Kim's attitude, the way she is, her persona, you know, I could see her doing it, you know, back then, and you know, even if she was a big girl, you know what I mean, and pulling it off. You see what I'm saying?
You tell me Lizzo's pulling it off? Let's pull a picture.
Like if she, like I said, I don't see too much wrong. Honestly.
Lizzo can only wear that in the WWE.
Really?
Come on, bro.
Did you say that?
She's a fucking WWE wrestler, the big fat bitch in wrestling that just squishes little ones. You know what I mean? Like, no.
If she's comfortable in her skin doing her thing, let her do her thing.
But you could be okay. Yeah. I'm so happy you brought that up. You're right. Comfortable in your skin is extremely important. Leave the lights on when you're fucking your man. That's the type of comfortable skin you have. Don't try to make the rest of us gag.
Well,
that's different, though.
And that's where the
if you had a
hard part
comfortable sized penis, do you go around waving it at people?
No.
No, but you leave the light on in bed and you tell the girl, take a look at it. Right? Right?
That's more egotistical. That's more of an egotistical
thing. But that's comfortability, bro.
You know, it's just...
comfortability. You're a performer. You're going to tell me if you were her manager. And she goes, this is what I would want to wear. You'd be like, you seem extremely comfortable in your skin. Well, so, go on stage.
Hey, this is you. You got to remember, I'm not the one on the fucking stage, so I can't make that decision for her.
Do you think anyone like Bizarre rapping without a shirt on from D12?
Yeah, well, shit, he wore a fucking gold suit just like that, rapping in one of his videos. You understand?
So, no one wants to see that.
And with the nipple stickers.
No one wants to see that.
You know, and with the nipple stickers. But, hey, his manager didn't tell him not to fucking do it. You see what I'm saying, right?
Well, he didn't have much of a career anyways, but I'm just saying. At that point, they're like, do what the fuck you got to do, bro.
You know? So, I mean, like I said, she's comfortable in her skin and she's doing her thing. You know, like I said, you know.
Put some clothes on.
It's, when you go to a performance, it's kind of a little bit of everything, you know, imagery, music, performance, so on and so on, right? And when I see her perform,
her face isn't ugly. This girl's not an ugly woman.
You know, when I see her perform, she performs. Like, other than the outfits, she performs.
The outfits are ridiculous. It's
you know,
you did it. Please, 2023, put some fucking clothes on. Show off your goddamn talent.
One year, the comedian, the female comedian named Monique. Okay, she's a big girl. I don't know if you ever seen her before. Meet the Parkers.
I think I have an idea. Yeah.
The big lady. Okay, she hosted the BET Awards. She came out, nice dress. She rocked Beyonce's fucking song like a motherfucker. You understand? She wrecked that shit. And then looked at Beyonce and looked at all them skinny models who like to be in videos and said, y'all motherfuckers are nervous right now, aren't y'all? Because y'all know us big girls can do that shit too. So when she said, I felt proud for her for saying that. You understand? And seeing Lizzo going out there and rocking the way she rocks, I'm proud for that. Do your fucking thing. You get what I'm saying? Me myself, I got no major issues with that. But like you said, there's things you want to see.
Sensitive. I got a sensitive stomach.
There's things you want to see. There's things I want to see. There's things people want to see. So it's a very thin line on what to tell people to do and not to do. You know what I mean?
It's my show, so I'll fucking tell people what to do on my show.
Sure. And then, like I said, everybody take a risk at doing something. You know what I mean? I'm going to wear this outfit. It's a risk. It's a risk take. You know what I mean? So it can go fucking sideways or it can be the greatest thing ever.
Cool. Twice, sure.
This
gimmick, man, it's just fucking gross. Just stop it.
So I mean, then let's think about. I'm trying to remember. Cher she didn't sing for a long time. Then she came back, and and did a video in this all black like one piece.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people could be like, well, look at this old fucking lady running around here trying to act like she's a Victoria's Secret fucking model. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it all depends on how the person perceives what's happening.
Okay, so now you said one thing, I said another. People can say one thing about you and me on here too.
Right.
Do you find that when you put yourself out there, I find people are now trying to be, because everyone needs to shut up because everyone, that's what they do. They don't want you to say anything negative. But I know I'm not the only one that's thinking about this. Trust me.
You are not.
I might be one of the few that mentioned it, but I'm not the only one that thinks
You're definitely not.
Okay.
It's just, you put yourself out there.
But now I'm considered an asshole, right? People that are listening and be like, what an asshole. As if he, yes, I am. But I don't care. It's because I've been an asshole. I've been called an asshole, even though I know the guy that called me an asshole was still thinking what I was saying.
I hear.
I know deep down he didn't. I don't want to rock with him because I don't want to rock that raft, right? He didn't want to stand with me, is what I meant.
Yes,
he standing with me over there, but no,
right.
but that's it's. Do you think that like you put yourself out there? You know,
That's
I
right.
go out with a fucking thong. I put myself out there. You got to get the good and the bad. Like,
yes.
This is what people need to understand. Because even if you go on fucking or famous TikTok lives and the girl's like, don't say anything rude to me or I'm going to block you. I'm like, bitch, you're an idiot. You're standing there with your tits hanging out. Of course everyone wants to say something fucking rude to you. You put yourself out there.
Right.
You can't block the world. Only the government can. But you do understand it. You put yourself out there.
You put yourself out there, expect all the criticism coming at you. Now, do you have to accept it as a person? No. Like she said, I'll fucking block you. Block me. You get what I'm saying?
Lizzo block my ass. I don't give a shit. Your songs are good, but they're not on my playlist. You know what I mean?
That makes you feel good at that moment. But like I said, some people need to, people go on TikTok. Some people find it very therapeutic to fucking go in there and fucking just lose their shit and say what they need to say. And you know what? I'd rather they go on TikTok saying that shit than showing up at my fucking work with a fucking semi-automatic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's the world of for social media. They feel safer.
Not a problem. Pop all your fucking shots over. You know what I mean? Pop your shots over there. It's the motherfuckers that got the sniper training that I'm worried about. You understand what I'm saying?
Again, the military guys. Totally.
There you go.
Anyways,
so, internet thugs,
2023, man. Our boy reached out. DJ Ivy wants to be a frequent special guest co-host with us. I was like, fucking right. I'll be honored, man. This guy's our boy. West Coast DJ.
East
guy
Coast,
kills it
East
in
Coast,
Halifax.
East Coast, yeah.
That's what I did. I said
East
West.
Coast. You said West. East Coast.
Oh, man. See, the Bam fuck is that. East Coast, where I'm going to be down at the end of the month. Hopefully, we can bump into our big man, DJ Ivy. This
Definitely.
guy, So we're going to get him on this year. We're just getting the intro music together, and then stuff. And I don't know. I get it from the same place, right? It's called Commercial Kings or some shit like that. So you have 90 character words and you put them together, and they're not as fast as I want them. So I always like to send them another email. And
Where's my shit?
And you can tell the replies are aggravated with me.
Where's my shit?
But I'm not a guy that sends and emails them the next day. Like I wait 4 or 5 days, and I'm always like, "Hey man, did you get my email?" You know? And they're like, "Oh yeah, we've been very busy." And it's like, dude, Just say fucking yes.
That's
Because
it.
things get lost in translations of the internet world. You know what I mean? Just, we're on. We're gonna. But you can tell every time they send me one back, bro, it's aggravation. Oh well, that's
It is what it is.
business.
It is what it is, bro.
So Bam Bam, man,
What up, what up?
2023 is here.
It's
What
here.
are your goals for 2023, man? You have a couple, you have one. What are your goals for 2023?
Just better myself this year.
What do you mean better
goal.
yourself? Are you
And-
healthier? Are you
and-
going to smoke one less cigarette on the podcast?
in all
What's bettering
aspects,
yourself?
in all aspects, take a general scope of myself and figure out what I need to deal with.
Like,
you know
you're
what I
going to
mean?
get a backdrop for the for this podcast?
Done, already done.
See?
It's on its way. It's on its way.
People ask me if you got arrested and
Listen, I like that. I like that. You know what? Whoever brought that up, I fucking loved it. Because I was thinking about coming out here in an orange jumpsuit, acting like I was
it
in
would have
prison.
played the gimmick part.
That shit would have been funny as hell, wouldn't it? You
I
know?
was like, yes. And then you should get someone to knock on your door after an hour and be like, you have to go back
Time's
to your
up.
cell.
Time's up. Phone call ended. Phone check, son.
Bam,
Phone
get out.
check.
Time to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Come up with metal plate of food or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, 2023 should be good.
Yeah.
We have some shit to
Yeah.
talk about. We still have some guests lined up. We have
Mm-hmm.
DJ Ivy coming on, man. He told me straight up, he's like, bro, I'm not trying to get on this or bandwagon, but I love the shit that you guys talk about, and I have a lot to say. I was like,
good. Come on up, kid.
we've
For
never
real.
hated on anybody that want to come on, man. Here's
Come
a
on.
topic. Hey guys, if you're friends with us and you have a topic that's, you kind of want to express yourself,
More than
message
welcome.
us.
More than welcome.
Message us.
You
And
know?
besides, before you message me, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah. And hit the like button.
Hit the like, hit the notification, be a part of the goddamn show,
That's right.
Bam Bam,
What up?
What
What you got? What you doing this
for
year?
2023, I'm doing the rewind. And what I mean about the rewind is I'm going to be back to my actual self.
Okay.
The originality of Duss. I've been soft over the years from people's feelings and being considerate. And in the last couple of years, I just feel like I'm the one that's been shit on.
Okay.
Suckers, I'm back.
There it is.
It's a wrap. You definitely don't want to hang out with me if I don't like you. Then that's a fact.
You might
So
want
I'm
to stand
back,
with him.
baby.
You might want to stand with him over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
stand
put
with
a
him
flag
over
in
there.
my fucking face in your window and pretend you stand with me because we all know you don't. That's what I'm doing this year. I was like, what the hell? What made me? Well, when was I happy? Really, really happy? You know what I mean? When I was me. And I was like, I'm going back.
There you go.
This considerate shit. I'm done. Ain't considerate no more. I'm considerate about me.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm doing 2023.
Well, there you
Good
go.
times ahead, bro. Good times at the end of the month. And that's what
Good
we
times.
do.
That's it. That's how we do it.
Bam, bam.
He is Deuce.
Till next Monday, my man.
We good.
Peace.